In this video, we're going to show you how to create production drawings of the mobile phone amplifier. Make sure that your teacher has given you the drawing that you can see on the screen just now. Make sure that you've made a copy of it and that you're not using the master copy. Before we do anything at all, we're going to change the bottom here, the name. So if you double click on this text and then change to your name, remember if you double click the middle mouse wheel, we'll bring it back to a full page. We're now going to start drawing. So we go to base and then we go to this yellow folder and look in your folder, your own folder, and you should find your version of the wooden amplifier. Select, you might see a preview here, click open. Now you can move this around with the mouse just now, and I'm going to ask you to place this at the bottom left hand corner. Move across, and you can see a ghost image. Click once, move back to the original drawing and then up. Click once, then right click and select OK. These are the three orthographic views of the amplifier. This view is called the front elevation. This view here is called the plan view when you look down on the object, and this view is called the end elevation when you look at the side of the object. We're going to add center lines into the areas that are circles or holes just now, and we're going to select this here called center mark. So select this, select the largest circle and click. To add center lines through these areas, we're going to go to this one called center line by sector. Select this, and I'm going to zoom in so we can see this a bit more clearly. Make sure you get the green dot, click, click, and it will continue adding center lines throughout. Now this one here, be careful you add this section. And you can do the same on the top as well. Once you have added in your center lines, you're going to add in some titles to this drawing. So select text, click once, and then type in plan. On this view, select OK. Do this again, type in front elevation, click OK, and do it for a final time, type in end elevation. Click OK. If these are not in the correct place, you can resize them, but make sure before you do this that you hit the escape key, and once you go back to an arrow, a white arrow, you're then able to move each of the titles into the correct position. We're now going to add dimensions by selecting the dimension tool here. When you select it, it turns blue. You can then move over here and select the lines that you wish to dimension. So click once, move out, click a second time, and then select OK. This gives you the height of the amplifier. If we select this red line, that gives you the depth, and the back line is 100. So you have your three main sizes of your wooden speaker. We have a few more dimensions to add. I want to add in this dimension, which is the depth of the hole and I'll probably put it on this side. And I also want to dimension these circles. We're going to continue dimensioning. This time we're going to dimension the distance between the bottom of the speaker and the centre of the hole. This 45. And the distance between the edge of the speaker and the centre of the hole. Put that down there. That's 50. So this is what your front elevation should look like. We're going to move across to the end elevation now, and we're going to dimension the depth of the holes. So we're going to dimension this line, this line, and this line. We're now going to dimension the plan view. A few more dimensions need to be added to this. Again, remember and make sure dimension is selected. So we're going to dimension this size here. And we're dimensioning the distance between this line and the edge of the speaker. Dimensioning the distance between this red line and this red line. And we're dimensioning the distance between this red line and the back of the speaker. We're going to finish off by adding in another view called an isometric view. This is a three-dimensional view. So let's start off by double-clicking the middle mouse button. So we'll zoom back out again. I'm going to hit the escape key so that the dimension disappears. I'm going to go to place view and go back to base view like we did at the beginning. This again. And like before, we're going to select the wooden amplifier that is there. So open up, and as you can see, as before, we have the same view that we saw previously. But this time I want a three-dimensional view, so I'm going to move my mouse until it goes into there, the top right-hand corner. You can see a little small blue box. Click on that, and that will then turn your view so that you're now looking at it like it's a three-dimensional view. Select OK. You can move this around. If I select it, you can see I can actually move it into position. So if you find that your drawing initially is overlapping, you can always move it until you find that little symbol, and then hold the mouse key down and then move it into position. We're going to finish off by labeling this and adding a title to it. So go back to Annotate, select Text. This time we're going to type in isometric, because that's the kind of three-dimensional view that this is. Move it into position. Now that you've completed your drawing, you're going to save it. Remember, go to File, select Save As, and then follow the instructions of your teacher if you don't know what you're doing.